Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings San Francisco. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, May 18th. You'll be interested to know, 46 years ago, today, in 1980, scientists began a focused scientific study of Mount St. Helens, sending field teams to monitor steam vents, seismic patterns, and evolving crater activity. That coordinated research established new monitoring methods and data collection standards that advanced volcanic science and improved community preparedness. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Monday at Ocean Beach. This morning it's looking choppy with waves at 5 to 7 feet. Conditions hold steady through the morning, with wind staying sideshore around 20 miles per hour. By noon, the waves drop slightly to 4 to 6 feet as the wind shifts to onshore at 8 miles per hour. Best time to ride is at 11 a.m. with a 2-foot incoming mid-tide, when the west-northwest swell is 6 feet at 11 seconds and the offshore wind is 10 miles per hour. The first low tide on Monday will be minus 2 feet at 7:15 a.m., followed by a 4.5-foot high tide at 2:45. The nearshore buoy in San Francisco Bar reads 53 degrees for the water temperature. Conditions remain consistently clean, with waves at 4 to 6 plus feet on Tuesday, ideal for experienced surfers. Wednesday sees a slight decrease in size, with fair conditions offering 3 to 5 feet, though choppy in the afternoon. Thursday brings similar conditions, staying choppy with 4 to 7 feet, but with less favorable wind, making it a challenging day overall. This morning, it's sunny and it feels like 57 degrees, with 17 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 8:15, and it will rise again tomorrow at 5:56. It looks like we're in for some mostly cloudy skies today, with a high around 60 and a mild breeze. Tonight, expect continued mostly cloudy conditions, with a low of 56 and light winds picking up a bit. Looking ahead in the weather. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 70 and a west-northwest breeze around 2 to 12 miles per hour. Then mostly clear overnight with a low near 52. Wednesday through Friday, stay mostly to partly sunny with highs falling from the mid-60s to around 60 in nights, holding near 51 to 52. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news. In Milwaukee, 27-year-old Francisco Vasquez recently achieved his dream of homeownership by purchasing a charming yellow 3-bedroom house after saving aggressively for 2 years. Vasquez is part of a growing trend among Gen Z buyers, with many young adults achieving homeownership despite the odds stacked against them, including rising prices and limited financial assistance. The National Association of Realtors reports that the average household income for Gen Z home buyers is $76,000, with a notable increase in single women entering the market. As these young buyers navigate financial challenges, they are increasingly utilizing down payment assistance programs and often rely less on parental support compared to previous generations. Now on to sports. Donovan Mitchell called advancing to the conference finals for the first time in his extensive postseason career a breath of fresh air after his Cleveland Cavaliers dominated the top seed Detroit Pistons 125-94 in Game 7 on Sunday night. The Cavs had lost in the second round in each of the past 2 seasons and had not made the conference finals since 2018. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals begins Tuesday against the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The 31-point victory for Cleveland was the third largest of all time by a road team in a Game 7. Mitchell noted they would not be able to exhale for long, saying, "We can only breathe for about 12 hours." In local sports, the Giants rolled past Oakland yesterday, 10-1, behind a dominant pitching and hitting performance. Adrian scattered 4 hits over 6 innings, while Harrison Bader drove in 4 runs with a homer. Luis Arraez added 3 hits, including a blast, and the rout gives San Francisco a 2-game winning streak heading into tonight. Speaking of momentum, the Giants take on the Diamondbacks in Phoenix at 6:40. Robbie Ray toes the slab against Zach Gallen in what shapes up as a classic pitcher's duel. San Francisco sits 7 games back in the division at 20-27, so a series win in the desert could be exactly what they need to get back in the wild card conversation. Meanwhile, the Warriors are focused on their front court this offseason. GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. confirmed the team is pursuing both Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford as free agency approaches. Porzingis, acquired at the deadline, is hitting the open market, while Horford holds a player option. Both add the size and spacing Golden State has been chasing. On the injury front, Jimmy Butler and Moody are progressing through their ACL rehabs, putting the Warriors in position to get healthier as the offseason moves forward. In top news, as college costs climb and skepticism about higher education grows, many Americans question whether a bachelor's degree is still worth the price. A new analysis of Texas public college students shows that long-term, they generally earn far more than those who never attended college, even in liberal arts. On average, college entrants out-earned high school graduates by almost $87,000 over that 15-year period, even after accounting for college costs. Engineering and architecture majors enjoyed the highest returns, while liberal arts majors outperformed their peers without bachelor's degrees by about $35,000. The study indicates that pursuing a bachelor's degree is likely a wise investment. In business news, one of the market's hottest stock themes is buying everything artificial intelligence cannot replace. As investors worry about the companies that artificial intelligence will wipe out, they are rotating into those that artificial intelligence will have a harder time disrupting. The HALO trade, as it is called, is working. HALO, which stands for Heavy Assets, Low Obsolescence, was coined by Josh Brown, co-founder and chief executive officer of Ritholtz Wealth Management, in February. Brown believes this trend is one of the most important investment trends of the year. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley have incorporated HALO into their investment research in 2026 as HALO stocks perform well across the board. Some examples include FedEx and ExxonMobil, both up close to 30% since the beginning of the year, while Coca-Cola has risen close to 17%. HALO companies require meaningful hard physical assets to generate revenue, and they're durable. The Roundhill HALO Exchange Traded Fund launched on Thursday and tracks an index screening the largest listed United States companies focused on physical assets and infrastructure artificial intelligence cannot replace. Brown stated on CNBC's Halftime Report that there is nothing you could type into a large language model that would negatively affect these companies. He mentioned that some of the top holdings in the fund include Cummins, AutoZone, TFI International, CSX, J.B. Hunt, and Lennox. Roundhill recently had significant success with its memory exchange traded fund, which hit $9.8 billion in assets in 43 days, the fastest ever for an exchange-traded fund. Brown emphasized that their new exchange-traded fund is not a bet against artificial intelligence, but a way to remain invested in a changing world. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 5% over the weekend to about $77,000. Ethereum is down 7% to just over $2,000. And XRP is down 7% to $1.38. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Apple's Siri revamp could include auto-deleting chats. Privacy will be a major theme when Apple unveils a new version of Siri at the Worldwide Developers Conference in June, according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. The Siri relaunch is widely seen as Apple's big chance to reestablish its relevance in artificial intelligence. As part of that effort, company executives will argue that they're taking a more privacy-friendly approach than most other artificial intelligence companies. Apple will reportedly launch the first standalone Siri app, powered by Google Gemini, offering users a chatbot experience reminiscent of ChatGPT. Siri could include a feature allowing users to automatically delete conversations after 30 days or 1 year. And in entertainment news, in the first big deal to go down at the Cannes market, Amazon has swooped on most international rights to Jonathan Bailey and Natalie Portman's psychological thriller, Pumping Black. Set in the competitive world of professional cycling, Pumping Black follows cyclist Taylor Mace, who at 35 years old is finding himself aging out of the sport. He is taken under the wing of Andrea Leith, a doctor driven by her own thirst for victory and power. As the race to the Tour de France progresses, Taylor must take increasingly dark measures to protect his secret. This streaming deal is landing in the early 20s, making it one of the biggest deals at the market. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American physicist and Nobel laureate, Richard Feynman. And he said, "The first principle is that you must not fool yourself, and you are the easiest person to fool." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Morning San Francisco.